Greetings, friends, and welcome to Captain Samuel's Psychedelic Sigils. Candyman by English author Vincent was first published in, let me see real quick, 1971. And it is science fiction and what I would consider a masterpiece. This is about Candyman, who comes down from the lichen forests above a megacity. And the megacity is layer upon layer of sprawling, concrete, dilapidated jungle. And the only place that is free from the machines are deep underground. Candyman goes into canteens where everybody has had their brains erased. And they just kind of wander around like zombies, living off of nutrient, which is this kind of synthetic food given to them by the machines. And Candyman wears a headscarf across his eyes to pretend that he's blind, even though he's not. And so he goes into these hovels where all of these people hang out, and he preaches to them that machine rule is wrong and they shouldn't allow themselves to have their brains erased through the rights. And he gets them all stirred up for revolution. And then as soon as he gets everyone stirred up for revolution, he goes over to these speakers which play constant music to keep everyone hypnotized, and the speakers also have cameras so that the machines can monitor everyone. So after he's got everyone stirred up for revolution through his sermons and handing out free cotton candy, he goes over to these speakers and he says, "Hey, everybody says that the rights are bad and that they shouldn't have their brains erased. You got to send a teacher." And so the machine says, "Okay, thanks for reporting that." And then a teacher shows up, and teachers are cybernetic men that ride around on weaponized wheelchairs. And because Candyman has reported these revolutions that he starts, the machines give him tubes, which are something that he needs to live. So he opens up a slot in his arm and inserts a tube. The book focuses on Candyman's weird, psychedelic, dreamlike adventures through this dystopian hellscape. And it's also got this character called the Boy. Sometimes the Boy shows up and tries to help Candyman. Other times the Boy shows up and tries to kill Candyman. Additionally, you've got the Exploration Corps. So anybody that fails the rights gets their brain erased. Anyone that passes the rights, and that's almost nobody, gets to join the Exploration Corps. What do the Exploration Corps do? Well, that's interesting. I'll just say that Candyman goes into picturesque English cottages, and when he comes out, he finds himself on other places and in strange worlds. So what did I think of this book? This book is a masterpiece. Now, I went on Goodreads. Not everybody likes Candyman quite as much as I do, but I love the psychedelic, dreamlike atmosphere that's also held together with a coherent narrative plot. And this book really asks the reader to do some thinking and not take everything for granted. And if you don't quite get it toward the end, there's an explanation that kind of lays things clear. But it's definitely a book that is better on rereads and reading again. And just all the weird stuff in this book, and the interesting idea that the Candyman goes around sowing revolution and then getting people in trouble for it, is a wonderful, flawed character that I enjoy. And also, if you've ever seen the way they make candy floss, his name is significant. And at the end, when it's revealed why he's called Candyman, genius. I love this book. And in fact, I went out and bought everything that Vincent has ever had published, mostly in new writings in SF edited by John Cornell, just so I could get more Vincent. So, if you like psychedelic stuff, if you like things like Philip K. Dick, I think you would really enjoy this. I think he's better than Philip K. Dick, and I know a lot of people on BookTube always pumping up Philip K. Dick. I read one thing by him, Clans of the Alphane Moon, and it was okay. It was a little bit messy. This, Candyman by Vincent King, has all of the imagination and wackiness and deep thinking of Philip K. Dick, but it's coherent, it flows, it has beautiful prose, it's well put together, and this is one of the best books I've ever read in my life, to be honest with you. It goes up there with some of the best, and so I give it 5 stars out of 5 and an easy God tier rating. Okay, hope you're doing well. Thanks for watching.